How's it going, guys? This is Ice here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my settings, my updated settings for chapter 2. I made quite a few changes, man, so sit tight and be ready to pause the video a lot, alright? Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so for my settings, I do not use legacy settings, so all these don't matter, but when I did use legacy, I used 1010, so this isn't supposed to be a 9, it's supposed to be a 10. My targeting sense was 25, 28.5, 1.1 building multiplier and editing multiplier. I keep these as low as possible so that I can be as consistent as possible. Camera is not important. What? Okay. Toggle sprint off. Sprint by default I have on. Sprint cancels reload off. Tap to search and drag is on. Full swap to pick up. I turned that off. I think it's better if you tap it. Toggle targeting off. Reset building choice on. Aim assist on. Aim assist on. Turbo building is on. Turbo delete is on. Auto run I have on. Auto open doors is on. That's a really good setting. You guys should try this one out. Confirm edit on release. I do not have this on, by the way. This is not a bad setting, but I personally don't use it. Auto pick up items I have on. Auto sort to the right is a great setting that you guys should have on. Build Pro Build Melee is on, obviously. Vibrations is off. Turn vibrations off. I know a lot of people have it on, but if you turn it off, you're going to be 10 times better because you're going to react visually to things, like to taking damage and stuff like that, rather than, you know, by feel, if that makes sense. This stuff is not important. Okay. Alright, boys, so for my dead zones, I don't believe in, like, I don't think you need to have a crazy amount of precision on your left stick because it's just movement. But I do believe you should have as much precision as possible on your aim, and like as much control as possible. So that's why it's on 6 and it's on 15. Vibrations is off once again. We went through that. Look sensitivity. Alright, so my build multipliers are 1.1. I have these as low as possible. I do like a little jump when I go into build or edit mode, but I don't like too much of a, like, I wouldn't put it like to 2, or like having it as low as possible is like great, bro. Just give it a try. It gives more consistency in your gameplay. Use advanced options is on, so my look and horizontal speed is 75%, and my turning horizontal boosts are 32%. I have boosts on. I know a lot of players who don't play with boosts, but boosts are not terrible. I wouldn't put boosts above like 35%. Personally, if I were you guys, I'd probably even have it to like the default. But yeah, just give these a try. I don't play with any ramp time. You guys could play with that though. I would play with this a little bit. My ADS, look and vertical are on 14%. I don't have any boost speeds on these. I don't think that's necessary. Look dampening, I don't have any dampening, and I play on linear. And it's just on 100. Obviously, sometimes I put this down to 50 just to practice, or to, you know, yeah. Foot controller, what? But yeah, and then my foot controller settings, I have them on, and I have it on 1%, because your edits become more responsive that way. Just try it out. Try this setting out, and you'll thank me later if you don't know that already. These are not important. I don't play with control, like colorblind mode anymore. I mean, I don't mind, but I don't really care for it, because I don't play competitive really. And I don't really think it helps when like seeing through Storm anyway, so I turn it off. Alright guys, so I made the biggest changes to my keybinds. These keybinds are probably going to be the hardest to get used to, in like when it comes to my action buttons, because I shoot with R1 and I aim down the sights with L1 instead of the triggers. I do this for more responsiveness because the triggers can be really annoying sometimes. It's a huge change, man. Just give it a try. It's going to be hard to get used to, but just give it a try. It's not necessary, but it's a pretty cool change for me. I change my weapons with the triggers now. I also switch mode with triangle, and I toggle my pickaxe with circle. Jump with X, crouch. I edit with touchpad, and I pull up my map with the left stick. I'm gonna change this to something else more useful later on. I just can't think of what I want it to now because my edit is fine here. So I'm gonna change like map to like one of these or something later, but until I figure out what I want there, this is gonna stay. Yeah. So for my build controls, everything's basically the same as everyone else's who plays Builder Pro, but I know some people who switch their roof and their floor piece, but I'm not doing that. That's too much muscle memory. But yeah, everything else is the exact same. Now for my edit controls, I select with R1 and I confirm with R2. I reset with L1 and I initiate the edit with touchpad. Everything else is the same. I don't have reset on the right stick anymore because this I want to be able to crouch while I'm in edit mode. I do want to be able to crouch while in build mode too, but I don't know. I'll have to find a better button for this. So for now that's staying, and for my dead zones, we talked about my dead zones already. But yeah guys, those are my settings for chapter 2. I will be updating it soon, next time I make any like really big changes, but I don't think I'm going to be making any changes like anytime soon. I'm going to try and stick to these settings because I really like them, and I don't think you guys should be changing your settings too much. If you're going to change your settings, make sure you're not doing it as often because you're only getting worse the more you change your settings. So try and stick to something. Like I promise you, if you have the worst settings in the world, if you just stick with those settings and get used to them, you're going to be a fairly decent player. So with that being said, if you find settings that works for you, stick to them, man. Don't keep looking for other settings. Stick to them. Do drills to practice your button presses and get used to the muscle memory. But yeah, dude, if you're one of those people who's always changing their sensitivity, always changing their settings, you gotta stop that if you want to improve your game. But other than that, guys, if you got any other questions for me, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'll answer every question I can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, peace.